Hey y'all, so this is a trigger warning message for you guys. If you have any problems hearing about sexual abuse, domestic violence, uh, grape without the G, um, the truth, okay? Just the cold truth, okay? Nonprofit organizations, homelessness. You might not want to watch this part of um, this part of this series that I'm doing on my reviews of nonprofit organizations, okay? Just kind of telling my homeless journey over the last year. Love y'all. Holla. Hey y'all. Y'all gonna do my hair with me? Look at me, y'all. I'm not ready to like completely redo it because I just did this quick weave and I tried not to like do that. I don't be trying to pull this shit out of my head like that because I don't want to be damaging my hair, right? But anywho, I wanted y'all to get ready with me. It's Sunday. I'm not getting ready to do nothing but my hair. All right. It's just not like I'm about to go somewhere special. I have been cleaning up today. That's what I typically do on Sundays. It's clean, get ready for the week because I celebrate my Sabbath my Sabbath is observed or reserved for Saturdays. So, anywho, so now we have the Star of Hope, y'all. Um, as y'all know, in part two, talking about just Salvation Army and my experience, with them. Um, it really was very detrimental that we went ahead and spoke on an organization that is also very prominent. When you are responsible for so many lives, um, you have to do better, especially when we are saying that it is in the name of God. Okay? So I called the Star Hope, made sure that I had all the information and stuff that I needed, everything that I could bring, because remember I told y'all it was the end of my lease and I had got evicted on the month that I was supposed to move anyway. But I'm not going through too much of a backstory, y'all. Y'all gonna have to watch the last one, right? Y'all know how we do. So, anywho, uh, hold on. Okay, y'all, I'm back. I had to go give me a scrunchie. I really don't feel like doing this, as y'all probably gonna notice while I'm doing my hair. I don't feel like it. But you know what? I got stuff to do. There's work that has to be done. So I'm gonna have to do something to my hair because I think I just did this too far back. Okay? But anywho, let's get back to it. So I arrived at the Star Hope about 30 minutes before they actually opened, which was fine with me. They had told me to make sure that I got there because they are limited on bed availability. You feel what I'm saying? So I wasn't even tripping. As long as I was the first person there, I was okay. I was very patient. Like I always am. The why did I just mention? Y'all listen, okay? I am definitely one of them type of people. But I wasn't really tripping on the wait. The lady was late. That was fine. You know what I'm saying? When you following God, you really can't be in a rush anyway. That's what I've learned on my journey. Ain't no need to be in no rush because shit's gonna be what it's gonna be. Ain't no need to fight and try to fight my way to the front of the line or to cut people or just anything because ain't no need for no rush because shit's gonna be what it's gonna be. If If it was meant for me to be there and get in there, then that's what it's going to be. And if not, then it's not. You know what I'm saying? So, anywho, y'all, the young lady family comes in. She was not nice or respectful, okay? Because for me, it's a difference between a motherfucker being nice and a motherfucker being respectful, okay? Now, yes, we are in this organization in my eyes. You know what I'm saying? The organization professes that they have godly principles. So I'm not putting them in a religion, even though I'm almost sure they are a Christian based religion. But I'm not putting them in a religion. And y'all, I don't really remember, so I don't know what faith-based they are. And it really doesn't matter. Because at the end of the day, like I told y'all in part 1 in the introduction, I am not religious. I believe in God. So the only really commandment that I feel like a person should follow is loving thy neighbor. That's it. The gift of love. The gift of unity, the gift of grace. That's it. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I believe all that other stuff, it ain't neither here or there. Okay? So I get there, and like I said, the young lady, you know, she finally comes in, the intake lady, the intake specialist guy, and she was so nasty and disgusting. Like, I still can't believe the way she acted. She was beautiful. Okay? Do y'all hear me? This young lady was beautiful. She was beautiful, but her spirit and her inside was nasty. She come in there talking to people all crazy. You know what I'm saying? So, make a long story short, because, see, one thing about me, y'all, and I'm so glad I have mastered the nice nasty. Okay? Which means I have mastered not being rude with still telling you how I feel because you got me fucked up. Okay? I have mastered that. So she didn't like that very much. You know what I'm saying? Because you not going to keep on it. She just kept attacking me with her words. Her and the other young lady that was in their training. And she wasn't a young lady. She was an old lady, but still. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, y'all not going to keep on and think I'm not going to say nothing. Like, just because I need somewhere to live. Like, that's what I didn't understand. Like, how do y'all treat a motherfucker like this when y'all know, like, what is in your heart? Like, what is going on the inside of you where you need to mistreat a motherfucker who's already having a hard time in life? That don't got nothing to do with God. People need to be looking at themselves like, am I like a hater? Am I a hater in real life or something? Like, why do I feel like I need to bring and cause pain and havoc on people that I don't even know? Why do I need to make them feel bad? Like, why do I need to treat them bad? What is this about me? Because something is wrong with you when you feel like you have to mistreat somebody who is coming to you for help. There's something wrong with you. Because that's what you offering. That's what the Star Hope is. It's a mission to help people. So, like, anywho, y'all. Why come this lady put me out of the intake area and really was trying to put me out of the whole organization because she didn't like me? I don't give a damn about you liking me. You not her to, because she would have liked me if she would have gave me a chance. She could have. But because she wasn't trying to give me a chance, and because she came in there with that attitude with all these people that's in her in need, and I wasn't feeling that shit. You feel what I'm saying? And I wasn't going to just not say and you know what I'm saying? It's not so much as, it's like I'm not going to not defend myself. You feel what I'm saying? I don't care if I need help or not. I don't cower to men. Men are not in control of my life. God is in control of my life, okay? So, I asked to speak to the director. The director comes out. I tell her what's going on. She agrees that the way that I had been treated was not okay and that I did not have to leave and that they did have available space for me and you know, I just will I be able to manage staying there on the premises and not having any type of issues with the intake lady? And I'm like, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I don't have no problem with that. Have no type of problem with that. So that's what happened. Well, y'all, that's not where it ends because the intake lady must have been very popular because, honey, nobody liked me from the moment I got there. From the moment I got there, nobody liked me. Once I got back there, it was just like it was terrible. It was one lady. It was one lady that she was all right. She was good. She was so sweet. I loved hugging her. She had like the best hug. She was over the thrift store there. But other than that, y'all, nobody else was. Them people was so nasty to me, right? It was like I was just being harassed. It was like they was like, we gonna make you leave. You feel what I'm saying? It was almost like we gonna make you want to leave. We gonna treat you so bad that you just gonna just say fuck it and you just gonna go. But see, what they ain't understand was I was on the mission. So, and one thing about me is I don't let no motherfucker distract me. I mean, not so much as distract me because we all get distracted, and I've definitely got distracted on my journey. But I'm not ready to let no motherfucker take me off of my mission. I'm not gonna let you do that. You feel what I'm saying? I'm gonna follow the rules. I'm gonna do what I'm supposed to do, and whatever. Let it fall how it may. So y'all, one day I go into the lunchroom. This was about 2 weeks in. I go into the lunchroom and once again these people is just being weird. It's always a problem with the food. I got hypertension issues, so I'm trying to figure out why we only got pork every morning. Every morning that I was there, it was pork every morning. Like it was not no type of substitute, like no rice, you know what I'm saying? Something like that, cereal, maybe like cold cereal or something like that. It was none of that. You feel what I'm saying? So I didn't know what was going on, y'all. I was just kind of like, okay, this is weird, but I'm going to eat. Food is mediocre, but I'm going to eat because I'm grateful. I thank God just for making sure that I had somewhere safe to go. And the fact that the facility was so beautiful, that only made it more easier for me to feel a little bit more comfortable. I didn't like the layout of where the singles dorm was because it reminded me of jail. Like, I ain't been to jail. Well, not penitentiary. I done been to the county. You know what I'm saying? Because, just being young, not having a traffic violation, not wanting to go to court type shit. But as far as, like, I'm not missing work for that bullshit. But, yeah, you got to miss work. When you got a traffic ticket, go to the court, okay? Don't be doing like me, all right? I don't do that anymore, but I definitely used to. So, anywho, one of the young ladies were the older ladies because all of these women were older women. These were all older black women. All of them. All of them. I ain't even going there. But I will say, I'm going on record to say that shit hurt my feelings the most. Okay? Because I really just wanted a hug from their asses. I really just wanted some loving from them. I didn't want them to be like judging me and being the way that they've been. You know what I'm saying, y'all? I'm a young lady who wants a mother. So of course I'm wanting love, especially after all the shit that I done just was going through. You feel what I'm saying? But for whatever reason, that's not what it was. So she's up at the line and at the end of the line. like she is when she's there. And I'm trying to get my utensils and stuff. And she's like trying to not give me another napkin. Like, I'm like, can I have a couple more napkins? Like, she's trying to just give me one, right? And I understand, like, that I hadn't been the easiest to kind of read, right? When I'm very focused on something, and then all I was focused on was what was gonna be my next step. For one, so let me tell y'all this a little bit. Okay? They program is like a long-term program, and I did not know that. Okay? Which means you can't work for the first, I think it was like the first 6 months. Okay? But I know it was way more than 3. Okay? You can't work. You can't do none of that shit. Okay? And I had a problem with that because I'm trying to get my kids back home. That situation, I was just trying to get back on my feet. But I couldn't knock the fact that was their program, even though I don't understand why any homeless shelter would be like, I understand allowing people to stay there if they need to, but I don't understand that being all that it is. Like, why would y'all want people to stay there like that? Why wouldn't y'all want to be helping families get out on their own as soon as possible? And what they told me in response to that was, people need time to heal, and people need, you right. But as adults, you have to learn how to heal on your journey. These children need to be able to have their own home. Because what I noticed with my journey on dealing with these types of programs, okay, is that people get stagnant. They get comfortable. You should not be comfortable in a shelter. Okay? Not saying that it shouldn't be nice. Not saying, of course, that they shouldn't be kind and loving, but it should not be comfortable. You should not want to be there. Shelters are not designed for permanent. Okay? So I didn't understand that. So I was trying to get them to work with me. Like, I was really trying to get them to try to make some type of exceptions where I could go and work and still do my classes, right? Because it was like school. It was like being in school. You had to do classes. It was more like a rehabilitation, like a drug program to me. That's kind of really what it reminded me of. Hold on, y'all. I need another bobby pin. Okay, y'all, I'm back. So anyway, y'all. So I'm like, I'm trying to finesse the system. Okay, I ain't gonna lie. I'm trying to see how I'm doing this. I'm still going to all the meetings and all of that. I'm still doing my chores. I'm still doing everything they telling me to do. Okay. So that's not what I mean when I say finesse. What I was doing was trying to schedule meetings with the director, with my social worker, with the teachers, so that I can see if maybe there's a way that I can still do the classes and still work. Right? Like, maybe I could just go work a 3rd shift job. You feel what I'm saying? But they wasn't having it. So I still was just doing what I was supposed to do until I could just, till God kind of told me what to do next. Because I'm like, Lord, my goal was to have everything done by the end of the summer last year. So that I would be stable for my kids to come back home. You know what I'm saying? By the time school started. And I shared that with them, but it's like they wasn't trying to hear it, so I had to respect it. You know what I'm saying? I had to respect it. So y'all, I'm in this lunchroom with this mean ass lady, because that lady was mean. I ain't gonna laugh. That lady was mean as fuck. She is not trying to give me this napkin, y'all. Okay? This lady is not trying to give me an extra couple napkins. And I'm not understanding it. I'm like, ma'am, like, what the fuck is the problem here? Like, a napkin. So I'm not going to go back and forth with you about no napkin. I'm just going to grab the napkins that I need to grab from off the stack instead of taking them out of your hand. And I'm just going to walk on the way. Because I'm too old. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm too old. And I know you don't like me. So it was like, I already seen what a motherfucker was real. It's like, I already had seen. Like I told y'all, I knew they was trying to provoke me so that I could leave. It's like they was doing everything they could to get me out of there. So I had already peeped it, and I'm not one to lose. I don't like to lose. I don't have nowhere else to go. So I'm y'all stuck with me, and I'm stuck with y'all. Okay, that was my energy. Okay, y'all, that was my energy. So I'm walking off. All of a sudden, one of the other workers come up to me and ask me what the problem is, and I'm like, I'm sorry. She's like, yeah, you know, you just snatched some stuff out of the worker's hand, and you can't be doing that. And I'm like, I'm like, snatch what? I didn't snatch anything. I said, so all of a sudden, as soon as I'm saying what I'm saying, like I was just to y'all, here comes her all in the background. Yes, you did. That's a write-up. I'm writing you up. And I'm just like, okay, so I go put my tray down at the table that I always used to sit at, okay? I go walk up to her and I'm like, what is going on? I did not snatch anything from you. Like, so she's like, yes, you did. And I'm sick of your nasty attitude and whoopty-whoop. And I'm like, you have been like this towards me since the day you met me. Like, y'all, oh my God, it was so terrible. It was so terrible. I have so many, like, I do these, like, voice recordings. And I have so many voice recordings of when I was there. Just because, like, a lot of times when people attack me, God is able to use it. He's able to use it for encouragement. Like, it's like he's always been able to flip that shit around for me. Okay? So I get the lesson out of it instead of feeling like it was just like attacked. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times I will record those because either I'll go back and visit them, or sometimes I end up posting them, right? They end up coming back to mine, and I go back and visit them, and I'm like, oh, this might help somebody else. You feel me? So, yeah, I got all type of recordings of when I was staying there, because I was just like, these motherfuckers, y'all, when are y'all gonna get enough? Like, oh my goodness, like, I don't do nothing. I don't even be around her. I was sitting outside, y'all, in the little yard, like, every day, all day, from the time I was done with they little classes that they had me doing till it was 5-10 minutes to curfew. I would just sit out there and listen to my Audible books, because it was just like, I know y'all don't want me hurt, and I have my whole life, y'all, I have always felt like I am somewhere where I'm not wanted. And when I got older, I started to realize that, and what I mean older is like grown, I started to realize, like, I don't have to take this shit. If I'm somewhere where I'm not wanted, I need to get my ass from on away from there. Period. Okay? So, anywho, I'll go ahead and go sit down, because she's like, she's gonna write me up. I'm like, okay, whatever. It's proof. Y'all got cameras in here. So, y'all see, they gonna see that I didn't snatch anything from you. So, at that point, I was just like, whatever, you win. Okay, you trying to embarrass me. You know what I'm saying? Like, yelling and all of that. I tried to already go put my tray down and just walk towards her, so we not yelling, going back and forth, and she's feeling like I'm yelling at her. So, it's just like, but even after I try to approach her respectfully, that still wasn't enough for her. So, y'all, this is on a Friday. This is lunchtime. Lunch was around 10, 11, something like that. 12. It was before noon. Most definitely. It was before noon. They wait until 10 o'clock. 10, 11 o'clock. All I know is count was already done. The police come and tell me that I've been asked to leave. They come and tell me that I've been asked to leave, y'all. At 10, 11 o'clock at night. I couldn't believe it, y'all. I was so heartbroken. I'm like, what? Why am I being asked to leave? Like, there's no way. We need to call somebody. You feel what I'm saying? I'm like, we got to call somebody because that lady, like, she is lying on me. I did not do nothing. So they was like, well, the way that she wrote up the report, she said that I was threatening to her. So I'm like, something got to be wrong. But it wasn't nothing I could do, y'all. I had to go. So what I did, because I was so scared, y'all, I told y'all I had just moved to, I just moved her to Houston. So I'm like, shit, I'm just going to have to wait this out until Monday. You feel what I'm saying? I'm going to have to wait this out. So I slept outside. Y'all. Friday night. Right on the bus stop that's right by the Star of Hope on Reed Road. There's like a bus stop because I felt like, and it's a build, like a community center building right there, because I felt like I would be more safe there than just roaming around trying to figure something out. You feel what I'm saying? So come Monday, shout out to all the women who fed me because y'all didn't have no money or nothing. So shout out to all the women who fed me, and women came and fed me lunch and dinner. And these are not the workers. These were the mothers that were living there. The women with kids, you know what I'm saying? Me and them had got kind of cool and stuff, and they I guess they felt it in their heart to help me. They felt it in their heart to help me. So I ate. I was able to eat. Okay? So shout out to them. Anywho, Monday rolls around. I go in the office. They were so nasty. The security was so nasty. They act like they didn't even want me to come in the building. Like, he didn't even want to let me use the bathroom. I'm like, sir, I've been outside for, 3 days. I gotta wait on somebody to get here because I need to talk to them, but I can't even use the bathroom. Thank God one of the other workers was like, man, she's all right. She can use the bathroom. You know what I'm saying? And, thank God that at least happened, because he didn't even want to let me use the bathroom. And I had been walking all the way to the gas station or having to use the bathroom outside. So, yeah. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying not to cry. Because every time I think about this, it's just like, I was strong enough to endure that. Because God was with me. God was with me, y'all. But it's like, did y'all not care about something happening to me? Did y'all not care, my safety being compromised? How could you not? How are you professing that this is the work of the Lord and you doing God's work and you taking an oath to work for the community when you are signing up to work with these people in these organizations, and you put a single woman out on the streets for nothing? I could have died. It was men who was trying to they was coming over trying to pick me up, and I'm like, no. You feel what I'm saying? Absolutely not. I would just walk all the way away from the bus stop. I would just walk completely away from the bus stop. That's what I would do. So, like I told y'all, they was still being nasty, but I ain't care. I knew I was going to win. Y'all, I think I'm an attorney. I'm an attorney for the Lord. I'm an attorney for the Lord. So I'm like, I know I didn't do nothing. She's lying. I'm knowing. You feel what I'm saying? All they got to do is listen to what happened. They got cameras. Everything gonna go in my favor. Nah. I waited for about 3-4 hours. They came, the manager came and said, we reached a unanimous decision after watching the recording that because you walked towards her. So y'all, I walked towards her after I went and put my food down, but I didn't walk up on her. We had more than 6 feet worth of distance because I didn't want her yelling at me all the way across the lunchroom. So I was like, did you hear what I was saying? Like, I was like, because I wasn't, well, you know, that here is categorized as threatening behavior. I said, what? I said, sir, I said, so is there any way that y'all can help me find like another shelter? Because man, y'all, when I was calling around shelters when I first got there, they was like the last people that had somewhere. Like people that these shelters here is full. And I understand why now, because when people can't work and they can be in here for 2 and 3 and 4 years, of course they gonna be full. You got people living in them. They living in them. People's not getting shelter. People just living in them. But at the time, I'm just like, you know, is there any way? You know what I'm saying? Like, is there any way, like, y'all can find me somewhere else? Because I don't have nowhere else to go. I'm just like, sir, I am afraid. He was like, nah, we don't do that. You have to call 211. But y'all know what he did do? He did let me use the bathroom so I could wash my face and kind of wash up a little bit because I hadn't took a bath in 3 days. Y'all, and I take baths twice a day. If I don't take baths twice a day, it's weird. That's a weird thing for me. It's not something that's like I take baths twice a day, at least, at minimum. You feel what I'm saying? So that was something that they did. You know what I'm saying? I keep it real. They let me take a bath. I mean, not a bath, but they let me use the bathroom to wash up. And that was my experience with the Star Hope. Love y'all. Next, we're going to talk about where I went to, and that's Bay Area Turning Point. All right. Holla at y'all.